Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Bandit, and welcome back to Dark Heresy 2nd Edition. We are currently short 2 people, one with reason, and one who will be punished at a later date, because none shall deny me. And so, we last left off with our characters somehow managing to acquire themselves a fat noble, and having actually gotten away with it. Somehow. Anyway. Group?
Thank you, Autismo, for saving us. You saved us a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you're goddamn right, B.
I'd also like to point out that every person, I know I told the rest of you this, but for people who actually watch this, for every time that Autismo acquires a new person through pretty much any means, he will be promoted. He's currently now a colonel.
He's doing good work.
Because lol. That's why.
He can now pull rank on everyone.
Oh my
here.
god.
You can't pull rank on, like, fleet admirals and whatnot, but, off of, say, PDF soldiers, yep, pretty much all of them.
Nice.
Nobles? No, not really. Because, well, obviously they're not military. And other people from outside the Imperial Guard? Maybe not.
Is it bad that I can now only see Autismo saying, "Respect my authority"?
I don't really see him saying that.
I
I see him more
being
saying, like,
pertinent.
respect me!
Put some respect on my name, B.
Respect on my
That's
name. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
That's exactly what I expected. That's
No,
exactly what I thought.
I just picture Cartman.
Yeah, I know that's where the joke came from, but
Yeah.
let's get back
So,
on track.
You have all already returned to base, and as soon as you walk in the doors, your good old tech adept buddy just collapses on the floor
Oh!
Yeah.
and
well.
is out like a light. However, Gia has suddenly awoken from her warp-induced sleep and has asked what the hell just happened.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently... So,
Well.
we tell her what happened, and you almost killed us while asleep, first of all.
Oh, fun.
I painted the cathedral that we were in with skulls and blood.
Yeah,
skull.
because after Mr. fucking Frederick Fucktard here just decided to be like, fuck you guys.
Oh, I
just
imagine
wanna
that
fucking
Autismo just
spree.
walks in and throws him onto the floor.
Yeah.
I would like to kick
I
him
like-
in the head.
Shut
Nah.
the fuck up,
No,
Golgarth.
not the head.
That-
I wouldn't keep
I'm gonna kick-
abusing the man because
yeah, we need to.
he's not invincible.
Yeah, he's still mortal, guys.
Yes,
Ow.
I hate the man as much as you do, but you don't want to fucking paint the entire fucking church with fucking blood.
But it's for the Emperor. It was heresy everywhere.
I mean, it looks even less now like a temple to the Emperor, and a little bit sort of kind of like a temple to Khorne, the blood god.
Yes.
Blood
Yeah.
for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
Lamau.
Perfect use.
I think we just found ourselves some minor heresy afoot. Oh
In
my
our
god,
midst.
every time I start recording, my dog freaks the hell out.
Dog
You
don't mean
know,
the
What
maximum
even?
warp
Does he
drive.
not like me talking?
Oh,
Not when I shift into maximum bork drive.
That's
oh
literally
no.
your dog.
Anyway, so you've all returned, and I assume somebody's gonna start contacting the Inquisitor.
Yeah,
Hey,
that would be. That's no, you do it. Because I'm
Wait,
still.
who had the communicator again?
we all have a communicator.
Oh yeah.
The one with the Vox transceiver? Oh, you mean the dude that's currently passed out on the floor?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
fucktard.
Hey, Samuel, do you have a transceiver that we could borrow?
Gogoth just talks to the wall of the non-existent person who's currently just away.
Oh, Samuel's still gone? Okay.
Did you not
Quell just
know
decides
that,
he's done with this shit and goes over and calls up the Inquisitor.
You know, I assume that fucking Golgarth had enough of a blood spree that he doesn't know what's what anymore.
Probably.
Probably.
He's probably still a bit frenzied.
Just a bit.
Pretty much. Am I the
But
only
he'll
one that-
he'll snap out of it soon. So I'm gonna be controlling Quell for just a brief moment. He calls up the Inquisitor
Alright.
because apparently nobody thought to actually, take the Vox channel off of the currently passed out tech adept.
We
You
don't
don't
know
wanna
if
bring
he
them.
has any. Yeah.
It's not
Well, I know how to
attached to
work
him.
that
It's
thing.
like slung on like a backpack.
Oh.
Eh.
Oh.
We'll leave it alone.
It was never exactly attached to him. It was just given to him because he was the first available person who could take it.
Fair
Oh.
enough.
He was literally just the first person that the Inquisitor saw who would take it.
Oh.
XT.
And also
Okay.
as the least likely to be front and center to be shot in the face.
That is also true.
You would expect the priest.
He kinda
not to be
basically
front
roll-
and center.
You have an Eviscerator.
Yeah, but you just fucking...
You have an Eviscerator and a Hand Flamer. You have quite
Yeah.
literally the least range of everybody in the party.
That is true.
Alpha.
You have by far the least range of everybody in the party.
Yeah.
But that apparently didn't stop him from going on a fucking killing spree.
No, that's exactly why I was able to go on a killing spree.
Exactly.
It's mostly just because his Flamer ammo ran out, so he's like, fuck it. So,
Yeah, fuck it.
anyway, Inquisitor, you call him up, and he
Tell him.
is
Sir.
hard at work doing things that you don't need to know about.
Cool.
I want to know about
Mostly just because, like, he has put away such things.
it. Oh.
Oh boy.
So we caught the hair.
Oh, boy.
He was currently, like, sitting at a desk, and he sees the screen turn on in front of him. And so he puts away his papers. Or he puts them beneath the drawer because, well, I
Why
mean,
not?
you just went straight to his actual desk. He doesn't really care for you to see his work.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
And so he looks at you saying, like, so, how was that communion? How was church?
Well, you see,
Also, why are you like colored red all of a sudden? Did you join the cult mechanicus or something?
oh no, I just had a lot of fun at mass today. I taught everyone about the will of the Emperor.
The Inquisitor seems
Yeah.
is quizzical at first, then just looks down, remembers that you have an eviscerator, and is like, oh, okay,
Oh, okay.
fair enough.
And,
Did you uncover the any heresy?
Yes, we have the leader right here, thanks to Colonel or Captain Autismo.
Yeah, because while your fucking boy Golgarth here was on a fucking killing spree, I actually did the thoughtful thing and picked him up.
The Inquisitor looks questioning. It seems I can't word. He seems confused at first, and then just almost amazed that you managed to actually capture him. First of all, the Inquisitor didn't actually completely expect him to be there. let alone for you to actually capture him alive.
Yeah, it was pretty easy, really. I just charged and I said, "Get down, Mr. President," while in character, and I knocked him the fuck out. Wasn't hard.
Wasn't hard.
Easy
The
game.
Inquisitor, like, turns to you and says, you're doing much better than a standard Imperial Guardsman would do.
That's
I'm gonna
because
see
I'm
about raising up your station.
autistic.
Full of it.
God bless Mr. Emperor.
And so
He's not the Emperor.
he turns back to Golgarth, because, well, Golgarth was just the first person to talk. And it says, well, having acquired him, bring him back to the prosecutor. I will have a few words with him. I'm sure you wish to have some as well.
Oh, yes, I do.
But bring him back alive.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's why.
This is a great opportunity.
Yes,
Do
sir.
not waste it.
We will not, sir.
I will send the
Sounds like
ship
I
down
almost
for you
killed him.
immediately. I assume
Alright.
I assume you should be ready to make a quick exit.
Oh yes.
Grab
There's
what you
nothing else we
need
can
and be
do
ready
here.
to leave within the hour.
Oh yeah.
I would like us to discuss, should we bag him first?
Tie him up.
No, should we make him look like he's a part of our luggage?
Can we also steal his fountain? Because I
You're-
like his
it-
fountain.
The Inquisitor basically just said you're going to be leaving not through the nice and calm civilian way.
Oh,
You're going to be actually utilizing the fact that your ship is way
faster.
faster than these things even have automated defenses.
Oh sweet.
You're
That's
leaving.
awesome.
As soon as that ship touches the ground, if it does at all.
Oh! Well then, we could be trapped here.
As in, it's going
I'd
to
much
hover.
rather not like that.
Oh, okay.
Think of this thing like a Harrier,
Okay. Yeah. All
so
right,
it
I
can
got
take
now.
off vertically somewhat.
That's cool.
Okay.
I love when
Yeah.
they do that.
So, because he wants you out of there immediately, and doesn't want the chance of somebody else coming
Noticing.
to, somebody else who might be working for the rest of the heresy to tie up
Notice.
loose ends.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He does not want that happening, and he has seen that happen all too often.
I would like to try to disguise Ballard.
You don't have to worry about it. We're gonna come in there, be out of there before they.
As
even
in, the
get
ship
know
is going to
what's
be like
happening.
right in front of the base.
Oh, okay. All
Like
right, never
you
mind
could,
then.
if you jumped off the roof of it, you'd probably land on top of it.
Okay, never mind. I was just thinking we would have to go into public like for a second or two.
No.
Well, you will, but you're not going back.
Okay.
If you consider going out the door and up a ramp.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that he could live, like they wouldn't know who to shoot at first.
Fair.
Oh, they'd have a tough time just, actually hitting him to begin with.
XD.
In the
First
mouth.
of all, there's a giant fuck off,
Harrier.
inquisitorial ship
Yeah.
that may or may not be fully armed with assault cannons and rocket launchers.
Okay.
Fully loaded with what
It
we call the
isn't.
death.
But it looks like it.
Yep, looks like what it's fully loaded with. We call it the death, but it's not actually
Mm-hmm.
loaded with the death.
Ah, okay. Let us
But
go.
it does bear the symbol of the Inquisition, and that alone just kind of scares people off.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
So gather your things, gather your tech priest. if you
I would
want.
like to gather the couch.
Oh, let's not forget
the-
that couch.
Yeah,
B.
let's.
I was waiting to see if somebody would forget that.
Oh no.
Oh
way.
yeah. Can't
I
remember.
I would have had
Oh,
actually
nice.
I would have actually had you leave behind Luster, and he would have come running back like, you forgot your couch. What the hell, guys?
You worked so hard for that.
And Luster being the one to carry it back, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it would.
you pick up Luster, you throw him on top of the couch, and then you pick up the couch.
Okay,
He's
that
kind of
works.
slumped over it, kind of like hanging off on one side.
That
Nice.
works.
He looks dead.
Oh no.
Looks.
But he's alive.
Can we turn him
He
off and
breathes.
on again?
Every now and then. He breathes every now and then.
Can we turn him off and on again to see if that works?
We'll do that when he gets
Not
here.
enough cybernetics to have
Okay.
an on-off switch.
XD.
Alright.
Yeah,
That's a good suggestion.
yeah. Don't worry, we might get to that point at some point.
Okay.
I'd love that.
Maybe.
We
So you
control
load him
like
up,
that.
and the ship arrives very quickly and violently hits the ground. Still lands, but it sounded like a crash landing.
Damn.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're sturdy.
That's fine.
These things are pretty sturdy,
Okay.
It's fine, but it just sounds bad.
though.
Yeah.
It came in really fast. Like it
Did we accidentally kill a civilian?
Nah, you don't have to worry about that.
I mean, if you did, who cares? It was probably a noble.
You know what?
Remember,
right,
you're in the
kill them
upper
all.
hive.
Yeah, we're in the upper hive, so it's
So
probably-
they were probably a noble, and therefore probably a heretic.
You know what? You right. Let's bomb the entire upper hive.
Everybody, you don't have weapons on the thing, remember?
yeah.
Everybody, who is able to, who is conscious at the moment, roll perception.
Oh.
And I'll roll for Quell.
3.
That is a 3.
That
That's
is
a 3.
that
is a
is a
few.
nice roll.
Alright,
on
out of all of
perception.
you, Quell goes partially deaf for a few moments.
Oh,
Because of how violently the thing exited
ground?
from things and broke the sound barrier upon entry.
oh, okay.
Nice.
So the rest of you though are fine. You just your ears popped.
Ow.
So
That
you
feeling
kind of
when it takes off.
there's a little bit of ringing in there. Autismo just didn't hear the thing even come down.
He's just that
He's like,
strong.
is that my pizza?
Wait,
that
pizza?
my pizza?
What is a
Pizza
pizza?
Pizza time.
Anyway, so Quell is the only one who went partially deaf for a few moments. He was very unprepared.
Okay.
The rest of you apparently were prepared. Well, I guess just stop paying attention. So you grab the couch, you grab the fat man, you grab the tech dude.
We put the tech dude on the fat man.
On the couch.
On the couch?
The couch now requires 3 people to hold. The noble is very fat.
Oh.
And cybernetics are pretty damn heavy. So
I think we could do this with 3 people.
No.
yeah, you
No.
can. It requires 3 people to hold.
I
You
don't
literally
want
put everybody on it. It was a heavy couch that required 2 people beforehand. Now you just threw up basically
it
two
wasn't
and a
heavy,
half
you
people.
said. You just said it was awkward to carry.
Yes, but that was before people were on it.
That is
Yes,
true.
now it's very difficult and awkward.
Because now you not only have to deal with awkward to carry, you have to deal with weight.
Humans. Yeah, you're right.
Basically,
No,
2.5 people are on that thing essentially because Ballard's very fat.
Okay. Let's go.
And you loaded up you could see that the ship did land and broke the ground a little bit. And you hurriedly get onto the thing as you notice a bit of a commotion.
Yeah, they're starting to come. Let's get out of here before the dust
Well,
settles.
you can't tell. You can't even tell what kind of commotion it is.
Let's
even.
run. Let's do this. Let's fight.
Hatch
fight,
closes and you take off without problem.
Run. Woo!
So away you go, back onto the prosecutor.
Woo!
I'm really scared because I feel like we're gonna be in the prosecutor's room and anyone who says
Where's
something
our
stupid could get flagged for heresy.
You're right.
So I'm just gonna look at Autismo for
Oh,
a
no.
moment. I'm just gonna look away.
All right, we are back on the prosecutor. Oh, Shion still does not have the new model. Oops, I'll fix that later.
Yeah, it's fine.
Whatever. I forgot we were going back here. Anyway, you have all returned, and you are currently meeting on the bridge. Luster is currently in
Dead.
infirmary.
Where's our couch?
The couch is
In the common area, the archives, the mess hall.
I'd say the common area.
You know what? We worked for
It
this.
would
so
be. It's currently on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
It is your couch.
Okay.
No one else's.
Okay.
And so yeah, Quell has just kind of wandered off. Apparently the Inquisitor gave him something else to do. And so he goes to speak with the rest of you.
Uh-huh.
And you have with you Sir Friedrich Ballard. And so the Inquisitor goes off into another room, way off to the side, with Sir Ballard, and says, "Wait here."
We'll wait here.
And as he walks into the door, you can just hear knuckles cracking,
Oh, that's a beautiful sound.
and then the door closes behind him.
I wish I could watch.
Concerns arising.
Now, aren't you glad we didn't kill him?
About
Maybe.
2.5 hours later. The Inquisitor reemerges
Cough.
and says, I have gotten some interesting information from our guest.
Do tell.
I think you might prefer to ask him yourself.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Did he say anything about the Chaos Space Marine?
Ask yourself.
Okay.
He's coming
I'm
right
sure
in.
you also want to have words with him.
So do we?
Ooh,
So we're
Nyla
going
brings
into
the
the
room
room, or is he bringing it right to us?
Oh no, you go into the room. You could see that
Yes.
Friedrich Ballard is sitting at a chair with his head down, sort of just like slumped into the chair.
What a pitiful sight.
And like as at the sound of each footstep, you can see him wince and almost recoil from the sound of just the footsteps. As he looks up, you see his face is covered in blood.
How does it kill, Friedrich?
Furdick. Lamau.
Hey, who wants to roll interrogate?
Wait, wasn't
I believe one of you actually has that skill.
Matt the one
Oh.
who isn't here?
Oh, I have that. It's
Oh,
me.
okay. Okay, good. I
That's
thought
a
Yeah, because you have
willpower.
absurd willpower as well.
We'll see
I
if this
thought
works.
Matt
Your
grabbed
willpower is
that
also
test.
recovered, by the way.
Thank you.
These are pretty easy tests. He's absolutely fucking terrified of you. He's terrified of everything at the moment. So,
Inquisitor
He is,
put in
uh,
some serious work.
he is very willing to speak.
Alright.
If it thinks it will just make the scary man in the cloak go away.
Which one? The Inquisitor or the priest?
Oh no, he doesn't care about anybody in the room.
Damn.
He is literally quaking at the moment at just the door hasn't closed behind you. The Inquisitor is standing just within view, with his arms
Yes.
crossed, looking
I like
away,
that.
and at the right second when he looks over, the Inquisitor looks back and you see Friedrich Ball just immediately like look away and like attempt to brace himself.
Oh, I was expecting him to
This
whimper.
man is basically just broken.
2.5
He's a-
hours with our
He is
Inquisitor.
a blubbering mess. the
I
moment.
fear. I fear if the Inquisitor ever wants to lash out against us.
That's why we do our job, so that he doesn't
Yes.
do this to
Your
us.
job and service is its own reward.
That's right.
Exactly.
So,
He,
Mr. Friedrich.
He tells you of various things. The fact of like he didn't know what he was getting into, yada yada.
How do you not know what you're getting into if you're the head of it?
Oh, he's just spouting bullshit at this point. Just anything to save his own ass.
I'd like to slap him gently on the cheek. Hey, buddy.
Gently?
You're still
Yes.
slightly crazed, so you smack him. You smack him pretty hard.
He's not. He doesn't know his own strength, and now he's gotta get
And
himself.
Like, I want him one of those
Ballard
wake-up
starts
taps.
crying.
Oh, it wasn't a wake up tap.
Yeah, like one of those double taps, like the.
No, you
Come
just
on,
you just
snap
did a
out of
full
it.
bitch slap across the face.
Okay.
Like full, your arm was fully winded back, and you smack him.
Now speak clearly.
He says that he wasn't the one who started all this. He was just doing what he was told, and he didn't.
Why would a noob?
Let's see. He didn't know any better. Was one of his excuses. He didn't think that what he was doing was wrong, and
Yeah.
praise be the God Emperor.
It's
Yeah,
a little
he's-
too late for praises of him, for you've invoked his wrath, which is us.
So the only thing you can do for us now is tell us who put you up to this.
Roll interrogate again.
That is a bit too close
He
to
is-
each other.
despite how broken the man is, he is very hesitant to speak that name.
Listen, I'm pretty
He
sure.
literally then just begs with you, saying, "I will tell you anyone else, just not that."
You say that you didn't know any better. How would you not know any better, and why would you listen to anyone if you are a noble in grand stature?
You had nothing to lose. You had a lot to lose, and yet you chose this path. What were you threatened with? What's conceivable to make you turn to heresy?
Was the Ministorum not filling your pockets enough, you filth?
I was promised power.
I guess you're
Power
not.
beyond faith.
Well, only a fool would chase that type of power. So
By
I
the
guess
time
it
I
explains why
learned
you're
what
here.
it was too late.
Well, that's unfortunate for you, but you're still not giving me a name. Who?
Actually,
Roll. You can assist, by the way.
I would like to assist.
The other people in the room can assist with interrogation.
I would like to assist by revving the chainsword a bit.
And before his name is Jeff.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we need. If
One
wanna
of
do
you,
anything
one of you in the
intimidating,
group roll. Whoever has the best willpower.
That's me, clearly. But
Yeah.
someone else as well if they're assisting.
I have a 30.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna assist, but then you probably rolled.
Yeah, no.
Chainsword.
You would have needed though like a crit success actually to get this out of him. Because well,
Chainsword revving in the
he
background.
starts spouting out various names of that don't sound consequential. Then you hear a name that you saw before. Cypherel.
Cyphero. Wait
You
a
found
minute.
that from one of your data pads.
You're right.
And he shows out another name right before that. And I'm just going to type it out.
All right.
Swear
I
to
love when you
God,
type
if
out
it's
the
that
names for
old
the record.
man.
It helps for the people, you know.
My name is Jeff.
Geno.
Gentleman.
M.
Gentleman.
Doesn't know the last name. Only knows that he
Only knows the
that
English
he called himself this.
I
And he
see.
never met him in person. But he was the one who kept telling him to do things.
Ah, so the person in charge is covering their tracks pretty well.
So this G-Man.
The G-Man.
God
Oh my
damn
god.
it.
God, that's dated as
I didn't think I'd hear that.
wow.
I
It's been a
commend
minute.
that attempt at thinking there's a reference,
I will commend
but there
that.
isn't. That's not a
Okay.
reference. That's just.
His name. Okay. I'm
In
sorry.
fact, Ballard thinks that it might not even be his name.
It could just be an alias, you're right. But that's what we have to run off with for now.
But that's all he ever was referred to as, and he only ever was given orders through a proxy, such as through another person acting on this person's behalf, or through psychic communications, which is basically how you communicate. It's either technological or it's like sending a psychic message. That's not. I'm just to let you guys know that is not actually implicative of heresy.
All right,
That
understood.
by itself. That's a normal form of communication.
Understandable.
Underbannable.
But he also says that Geno here was the one who specifically referred to him to Cypherel.
That is of concern.
Would you be able to draw what he looks like, or tell us more about him?
Yeah, he's only ever heard him referred to. He's only ever spoken to.
He's never seen the man.
proxy.
Oh, okay. I thought.
He has seen Cypherel,
Yeah, that's what I was talking
but
about.
he
Cypherel.
doesn't think he could. He does not think he could draw him. He can tell you.
Give us a
what
description.
he thinks he looks like.
This
Because
better
he
be
only ever
true.
met him once.
Well, I would like to see if there's a stick in the room or a cane.
There is not. Those are too primitive of torture tools.
I have a
I
staff.
was
Remember,
Don't
we
worry.
are more elegant than that.
Oh, I was gonna say, speak
we
softly
use
and carry
more
a big
painful
stick.
things.
We use more painful things.
Let me put it this way. There's a reason why he just sort of cringed at the sound of footsteps.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, by the way, you smell something that smells absolutely horrid.
Oh, what in the hell?
Oh, that's-
It emanates from him.
Oh,
Don't tell me he shit his pants.
yep.
oh, I was. Okay, I was.
Upon thinking on it for a moment, you can indeed conclude he has shit his pants.
Oh, my.
And probably pissed himself.
Should have
Multiple
brought,
times.
should have brought the brown pants this boy.
Well, they were brown. They were blue before.
XD.
They were.
Keyword
I
is
mean,
word.
given what the man's probably gone through,
I would pity
I
you
wouldn't
if-
blame him for defecating in his trousers.
I would
Yeah.
pity you, but I think I would do worse.
So
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
two
you'd actually
names,
fucking kill him.
and
But I
He
don't
does mention that-
Up his body off each second.
he does mention that Cypherl, like he did a massive deal with Cypherl, from Hive posterity.
What was
The
the...
last hive.
That was the one that was
Oh,
destroyed,
Destroyed.
Yes.
Okay.
essentially.
So, what was the deal? What in exchange for what?
Power in exchange for
Credits
something.
I gave him
Credits.
for he looks down in embarrassment, and he just looks up. I just gave him credits.
You gave him money.
But for what? There is no transaction without equal...
Especially of that of a high-ranking noble. You're quite stingy with cash.
God damn it. Hold on.
Nice job.
He looks down as if not like wanting to say this, but
Would you- Okay, you
he
were
looks
saying.
back and then says, "For a way to communicate with the dark gods."
Ooh, that is high heresy right there. I would like to try to quell my anger.
Well, if it's that raging, I feel like you need to roll for it.
It says, "I told you everything I know."
I would like to roll to see if my anger gets me anywhere.
I like
that's
to roll
you.
to see if I can stop Golgarth.
That's actually I was gonna say, like, if something
Golgarth,
happens, you
roll
might want to
first.
stop it.
Let me roll to see if I get over my
Yeah.
anger.
Here you go.
Just roll for it. You don't. John, you can roll to stop him.
Yeah. I still have one more question for him. Nice, you stopped.
You stop him, you rolled better.
Okay.
So while that's
Golgarth like makes a move out of it, and John's just like, "Oh no, you don't."
not.
Have some logic
So
here.
what ends did you need to communicate with the dark gods of all things?
He starts to speak, but he can't find the words. You can tell it's because he doesn't know.
Oh my.
You
He
don't
honestly doesn't
why
know.
Would,
If you don't know,
why would you do it? Did
Something must have happened after the fact.
He doesn't
might
remember his
need-
reason.
The dark gods probably had done something after he made his communication, so, they wouldn't be out.
He doesn't even remember ever doing that.
I kind of feel bad for you?
He just
only slightly.
remembers that it was something that he did to. Basically, he says it was something that was done to obtain more personal power, as nobles tend to do.
Holy fuck.
This is why I don't have a phone in this room.
I think it's like in another room, to be honest with you.
Nah, that's the torture device. That's a torture device.
It just rings incessantly
Yeah.
to drive people mad. He has literally, though, told you everything that he knows. There is quite literally nothing more he could tell you other than what Cypher looks like, and he notes that he is a very gruff, bald-looking dude.
Looks like he's seen the rougher parts of life.
Has a goatee.
Okay.
And was something almost. There was something that was off about him. Something that just made you want to listen to him.
He's got that charisma.
He's Hitler, got it.
An almost unnatural amount of it. The man just could look at somebody and they would follow him to hell.
Actually, I do have one more question. What are you going to do with your funds now that you're almost dead? What has your money really given?
He doesn't answer.
I believe he'll have plenty of time to reflect on that after we've dropped him back into his pathetic little place he calls home.
No, he's not getting that. I kind of have a better idea for him to repent.
The Inquisitor walks back in and says, "Are you quite
Those
done?"
footsteps. We've received all the information we could possibly obtain from this broken man. So, for the most part...
Actually, no, I have one more question before the Inquisitor walks in. What is the codes for your bank accounts?
No, we can't use that!
You already know the codes.
We only know one.
We only know the codes to the main one, but we're not going to use his money anyway.
His funds have been confiscated.
Okay, good.
Yep, you have to consider that thing.
Also,
once it
the
was confirmed
nobles
for
have
heresy.
the rest of the heretics have likely already ransacked the house
Yep.
and all of his goods.
Seized.
He
I would like to
knows.
spit at him.
He knows that there is nothing for him to go back to.
Uh-huh.
We could drop him off at a Ministorum planet.
He could repent for. He could spend the rest of his life repenting for this egregious sin against the.
Against the Emperor, yes.
That is all he
The
really has
Inquisitor
left.
puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "There's no need for that." Nyla.
Oh, he's dead. Got it.
She comes forward, literally, as soon as he looks back at the sound of her name, Friedrich Baller looks back. He's basically facing away from the Inquisitor in fear. He looks back, and the second he turns his head back, a massive, almost torso-sized chainsword rips through his chest
Okay.
before revving and taking whatever spark of life out of his eyes.
I feel...
Before being violently torn sideways out of his body.
You have a good person under your midst, Autismo.
You're goddamn right, I'm impressed.
And the Inquisitor just basically nods to Nyla, and she responds with, "The only fate for a heretic is death."
You know what? You're quite right there.
You have to remember this is a
Only
system
through the
battle
Emperor's
around, man.
mercy can they ever be considered to be forgiven.
Yes, such is the Sisters of Battle.
Violent and fucking crazy.
I contemplate whether if I should burn the body or chop it up more.
Oh, it'll be ejected into space.
The ultimate.
There is no proper burial for a heretic. Their filth is merely to be discarded as the waste that it is.
You know what? You did give him mercy.
Plus, he stained the carpet,
I know.
even though there's no carpet in the room.
I do instead of killing him, we could have just thrown him out through the airlock and watch him explode.
deep.
Oh, you could tell though by his expression for the last few seconds, he felt that.
I felt
That chainsaw was
Okay.
not. That chainsword was not revving before being stabbed into him.
Oh.
It started revving after. It was through his entire chest. That was shoved through his chest with an inhuman amount of force.
Oh, this
man.
blood is so
The top
beautiful.
of a chainsword is actually like, usually
Spiky.
more or less covered. Actually, the teeth actually rotate within where the blade would be, and the back of it is sheathed. So that when it rotates back around, it's basically covered.
That's actually really cool.
So it was forced through, basically through a blunt end.
Ooh, yeah, you would feel that.
He felt it for a brief second before immediately expiring.
Ah, yes. So, what's next? I guess I ask a bit too casually considering the scene before us.
The Inquisitor would expect no less.
I feel like we should
Especially
go to
given the
that
fact that
last
Golgarth
time
hasn't
quote.
cleaned his robes. Still looks like
Golgarth
he's part of the Tech
hasn't cleaned his
Mechanicus.
Seriously, get the
Starts
blood out of
laughing
his
maniacally. Inquisitor just like, alright, calm yourself, my boy.
Can you give him
I'm
corruption
sorry.
points every time he does a laugh like that?
Corruption points.
Does he even have any?
I
I'm
think
kind
he
of
has a couple.
tempted though to give him like one insanity point if he just goes too crazy.
You
Okay.
should. That'd be actually.
But I mean, I think it's
logical.
like when you get 30 insanity points is when bad stuff starts happening.
You're right. That's what you said to us.
Yeah.
I'm just going off because I have like 3 insanity
Well,
points, I
you
think.
went actual insane.
That was an actual brief moment of insanity.
Like, no, you went full insane when you started cutting people up and laughing about it.
Oh, that's psychopathic, not insanity.
In this game, that's insanity.
It is classified in the game as insanity. Therefore, you
More or
went
less,
insane.
yeah.
Okay.
So you have 3 insanity points.
Yep.
Whoopty shit, you're 10% of the way to your first mental illness.
Oh,
And a minor one at that.
okay.
You're 10% of the fucking way. Congratulations. I expected people to be more insane at this point. Let me put it this way, Luster is still more insane than you.
Yeah?
He has
But
4
he's
insanity
unfeeling.
points.
Yeah, but he's an unfeeling robot. Or it's supposed to be.
No, not even
No.
close yet.
Not even close yet. You still got a lot of humanity left in him.
Yeah, because he hasn't replaced most of his body with cybernetics yet.
Ah, true. You
So,
speak the true.
The Inquisitor calls you all back into the room
Mm-hmm.
and gives you a rundown on where you should go next. He believes that you should try heading to Hive Hope next, which is the hive that's currently experiencing quite the number of hive ganger attacks around the middle hive. Which is rather awkward because they normally stick to like the depths of the hive. They're not usually found near the middle hive. And so he wants you to go investigate that and see if it has anything to do with the first or the third hive.
We will do this for you.
And
Of
then
course.
he'll continue investigating on the end of hive posterity.
Alright.
See if maybe he can track down this character. And so, off you go. Where's my... There it is.
Huzzah! Actually, I would like to first take a shower.
Get the blood out.
You
Get
do.
or-
Get the blood out.
You do. Don't worry.
Yeah, you do. You take the time to get yourself clean clothes.
All of us
Clean
probably
robe.
do
This
that.
feels so nice. An actual shower.
Yeah, it's not fucking blood.
Yes.
So, you have arrived at the hive, and you sit down near the near one of the spaceports,
Yeah,
and you go out and you see there are quite the number of battle-damaged buildings.
Hmm.
It looks like there was a lot of shooting that happened not long ago. But there are people walking about who seem to be just fine.
Are we
Quite the
in
number
or the upper
of
hive?
arbitrators.
Oh.
But other than that, it seems relatively fine.
Well, that's...
Like, there's a number of arbitrators that are fully armed.
Oh, so these guys aren't having their money embezzled.
Embezzlement.
The only embezzling that happened was you people.
XD, you're right. We're the evil.
Remember, the heretics, the heretical cult in Hive Solace was one that literally was one of their weapon traits was brutal weaponry. So like they had a more primitive stance on weapon keeping and weapon maintenance, such as, you know, attaching vicious parts to it, like putting spikes on the end of like the bottom part of a gun stock, so that if you run out of ammo, you could grab it by the end of the barrel and use it as like an axe.
Well, shit.
Like, very vicious stuff. Like, you know, dirty bayonets that if it doesn't kill you, it'd certainly kill you by disease.
Give you tetanus.
That is
Oh yeah,
disgusting.
various
Space
different things,
tetanus.
such as like, a lot of them carried like much more
AIDS.
primitive looking swords, spears, long bayonets, and various other things that were would be much more normal from a feral world, not from a
Hive.
not from a hive world where, you know, they should be at least well kept at the very least, not sticking spikes on it. These guys look like they're armed more or less normally,
Okay.
but there's a lot of them.
Oh,
They look fine though, but they look ready.
to fight when ready. Or
They
when
look
called
like they're
back.
patrolling in your standard Arbites way of kicking the civilians and telling them to go back to their houses. Basically, they put the place under more or less martial law
Damn.
because of these hive ganger attacks, and well, arbitrators are rather trigger happy anyways, so.
Okay.
Especially when they're allowed to bring out the fun weapons, like the heavy machine guns and shit.
Do.
These are cops, by the way. They're
Yeah.
basically cops.
That sounds like
It's great, but they're all armed with shotguns and what look like shock maws, shock
great
balls.
shotguns.
Yeah, it's standard Arbites equipment. You are now free to go around. Just say what you're going to go do.
We're in the middle hive, yes?
Yes. You have no reason to go to the upper hive.
I would like to walk around and try to get more information out of people.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow Golgarth to make sure he doesn't go insane.
I'm
Okay, you
definitely-
can roll. I
Fellowship.
believe there's a skill for this.
Oh,
I believe it's scrutiny. You don't have scrutiny.
no, I do not. I thought...
Oh wait, it's inquiry. I'm sorry. Yes, you do have that. Shit. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I have that at plus 10.
Yeah. Means you need a 52 or lower to pass. This is the first time I think we've had to roll something worse.
I would like to invoke...
There is no re-rolling hundreds.
I know. I know. Oh no.
That was a way to break that breaks the tension.
Hey guys, have you seen my eviscerator?
I knew he was fucking insane.
Autist.
It's hard to know who's the autist again.
Does somebody want to stop him before he gets shot by a dozen arbitrators?
Please stop me.
Yeah, can I smack him in the back of the head and tell him to shut the fuck up?
Yes, roll for it.
Please don't roll 100. Thank you.
That is a clean ass.
You see him start to take out his eviscerator, so you immediately go with the butt of your gun and bash him in the back of the head. He falls to the ground flat on his face, and he's out for a few moments.
Wait, actually, isn't my one skill allow me to reroll if I fail something?
This is 100. There are no rerolls to this.
Yep,
Okay.
that's the rules.
That's a pure
I don't
crit
allow
fail.
hundreds to be rerolled, even if the rulebook says that they would, which I'm pretty sure they don't. The only way I think to avoid rolling from 100 is to burn a fate point, which is permanently losing one.
Oh, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, so you burn a fate point to basically do something like miraculous.
And that wouldn't, or if you messed up something that would get you killed.
Again, something miraculous.
Exactly.
Such as, basically, you were hit by something that would have possibly one-shotted you. You could burn a fate point, and you immediately gracefully dodge out of the way. Even if it had already hit you and killed you. It basically is like a rewind time thing.
It's Chrono Break. Not quite.
Yeah, kind of.
It's
But,
what
like, you don't really want to burn fate. You're never getting that point back.
Yeah, it's a very, very last resort thing you do.
You can use it either to, like, save yourself or save somebody else. Within some reason.
Very small semblance of it.
Yeah, very, very few reasons are enough to, not
Justify
allow.
burning a
Not allow that.
fate point.
Anyway, no, so Golgaroth is currently out like a light. For the moment.
But I'm glad you did that. I thought he was actually about to get himself shot.
And
You're welcome.
Autismo just looks at the arbitrator is like, sorry to bother you, sir. My insane preacher man just kind of ran away from me. I'll take him back now.
One
And
more.
just picks him up, throws him over his shoulder, and then just runs away in the most comedic fashion ever.
Also, my name Jeff.
Arbitrator just is like, what?
What?
He is the most confused he's ever been. Scratches his head, then just walks away, and you hear him mutter to himself, just saying like, "I need to lay off the drugs."
They're good for you.
You see him just utterly confused with his contemplating like his life choices. He doesn't know what just happened. Anybody else want to try and figure out stuff?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind talking to one of the arbitrators.
Arbitrators.
There we go.
Okay.
Asking about the state of things, like what's what's going on recently.
The stuff that I was going to ask if I didn't go insane for a second.
Well, you were trying to find out anything, really.
True.
Yeah.
And
You were basically trying to use inquiry. Shion is asking something specific.
Alright.
Like, you would get more information out of a roll, but if you're just gonna ask one specific question at a time, I could probably answer one or two of those.
Alrighty.
So, what were you asking?
The state of things, like what happened recently, because it seems like there was a confrontation of some sort. Gun, like there's bullet wound, there's like bullet holes and stuff.
And who are you?
I am Shion.
He asks, why should I let a civilian know?
Autismo, could you come over here for a moment?
Oh yeah, sure. What's up?
Drops the preacher man immediately.
Do I wake up?
Lands on the ground with a loud thud.
Do I wake up from the thud?
No.
No, of
XD?
course you don't.
You're out for about another minute.
Okay, so I'm out for about.
Yeah, I was gonna say about a
turns.
minute to 2 minutes narrative time.
What's
The
up,
man
B?
beside me is a colonel. We're here on the Inquisitor's will. So, I ask again, what happened here?
By an inquisitor. Oh, well, hang on. Let me show you to the base.
Thank you.
You can
Please remember
you can talk
to
to our
pick
commander.
up-
He can tell you everything.
Please remember to pick up your insane preacher at the door.
Hey, Shion,
The
Golgarth
arbitrator
will be
looks,
fine.
is that
You
guy
think
with you?
so?
Unfortunately, for the moment, yes. He went rather.
He seems a bit out. And he walks over, kind of like kicks him lightly, pokes at him with a gun. Is he alive?
He should be. Yep. I think that does it.
Gora suddenly twitches and God damn it. The torture equipment has followed you.
Nani?
The torture device has followed him. And us.
So, for, he kind of just jumps back as if he was surprised by the fact that Goroth on the ground just kind of violently twitched as he woke up.
Oh, hello.
And, well,
Hello, my name is Golgarth. I'm afraid I've seen too much already.
just stay out of trouble, follow them, and follow me. And he leads
Yes,
you
sir.
to the base. Or he leads you to their, command center.
Alrighty.
And so you have arrived at their command center. It's basically like a police station.
Fair enough.
Except lots of guns,
Lots more
lots
guns.
of people who are very happy to shoot you,
With-
and lots of heretics that need punching violently in
Violent
interrogation
punching.
rooms.
And then,
They're ticks.
Very, very
They're,
violently.
ticks.
No, they're not
Sure.
heretics just walking around. There's
They're-
interrogation
they're-
rooms that you can hear lots of yelling and punching from.
punching sounds. Angry.
You hear very
Anger.
cartoonish sounding punching sounds.
Punching in
Yes.
sounds intensify.
Like you literally hear
This is good.
you're just thinking this is a weird ass world that we're on.
A lot of them are weird. I would
And so he
argue.
takes you to the head arbitrator. I forget what they're called. And he's informed that you're here on the behalf of an inquisitor, and he is
Happy
very
to help.
surprised by this, but almost seems rather nervous because it's an inquisitor specifically.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
You know what? Understandable.
You sense that he's not nervous for harm to him, per se. Not because he's nervous about hiding something, because he's more nervous about the fact that the Inquisition is here.
Exactly.
And usually the Inquisition tends to mean planet go bye-bye.
Yep, you'll exterminate us, as it were.
Yeah.
Understandable.
And he knows that there have been heretics about. So he does not want he will probably make it sound like it's much less of a threat than it really is.
Understandable. But,
Or even just say that there isn't one at all.
yes.
Because there are several Inquisitors who are more than happy to go with the knowledge that there is no such thing as overkill.
Yeah, that sounds
And
about right.
more than a few planets have been utterly obliterated.
Eviscerated, demolished,
No,
completely-
I'm talking
totally made to dust.
I'm talking like they dropped the Life Eater virus on it.
Oh my god. That's,
What did we sign up for?
The Life Eater virus basically removes it turns a planet from whatever it is into literally a lifeless rock to the point where it's destroyed the atmosphere itself. Nothing organic remains.
Oh, damn.
dear lord.
What did we sign up for?
And in fact, it's not even recommended to terraform the planet because there's the possibility of traces of that virus having managed to survive. By the way, this thing you launch one
perfect.
thing of it and it will spread. It will multiply itself.
Wonderful.
That is disgusting.
What did we sign up for again?
Oh yeah. It basically makes everything super explosive, and then it uses a secondary charge to blow up literally everything.
Wow.
It's great. It's lovely. It's a great thing that they've legalized.
Believe
It's the next best thing in Exterminatus technology. It's revolutionary.
Revolutionary indeed.
Revolution berries.
Now just with one button press.
You too can be an
And now with just the push of a button, you too can be a murderer of trillions in the blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
And so, basically, he doesn't want that happening to his planet, and that would be bad.
That's understandable, though.
Hell, even using that specific form of exterminatus is
Exterminatus.
looked poorly upon due to the fact that you can't recover the planet afterwards.
Exactly.
There's not even water left.
They took the water.
It literally becomes a floating rock without
It's an
atmosphere.
asteroid. It
becomes a gigantic planet-sized asteroid.
Yep. Very accurate. But you
So,
shouldn't have to worry about that.
He doesn't tell you. He doesn't tell you that, but this is why he is nervous.
Mm-hmm. No,
He would not make it sound like it's very big of a problem, and no matter what you say, he will deny that there was much of a problem.
all right. Well, I would tell him not to worry too much. We're not here for, at least we shouldn't have to be here for an exterminatus to be sent on your planet. We're just here to ask a few questions because there's information that we have recently come across that requires us to come here to confirm a few things.
Or you hear about the recent incidents with the degenerates down below.
We might be.
I didn't think the Inquisitor would actually need his people to come and do this for him, but I'm not gonna complain if they are here.
All right. Well, we're sorry
So,
we would like to know, obviously. Sorry, you
Very
go.
well. You should know the state of our hive at the moment, I guess. Well, we've
Yes.
been suffering from a large number of ganger attacks, mostly. Nothing too heretical about them, as far as we tell. But they never seem to have been coming up in this many numbers, so we're thinking something just made them grow some balls and think maybe they can try taking the hive. But we've got that under control. Don't worry, they make for some good warmth when we burn them.
I'd imagine so.
My kind of guy.
Of course.
But don't worry, we've been dealing with them in the proper fashion. Shotgun and shock maul.
Yeah,
That's the way we do it here.
you do the God we're proud. But do you happen any information on, or any knowledge of a person by the name of, I keep messing up. I'm bad with names, but I'm very good with
Cypher or whatever? Silence?
Cypher was in the other hive. You're in Hope.
like that. So like
It's
the trails
in the
mostly
chat.
go cold. Oh,
It's in
there we-
it's in the chat. Look it.
oh my god, I am so stupid. Geno.
Yeah, that's why I typed it out for you.
Genoman.
Geno M.
He thinks for a moment. Give me some time. I'll look through my records. Name doesn't ring a bell for me. Maybe one of our arbitrators came across it. He moves over to one of the basically they're like servitors, which are literally half cyborg mindless automatons.
I know about servitors.
And they will do pretty much anything you tell them. It's just like, look up records for anyone with the name of Geno M. And it starts, like, typing away at its computer. And, is it... Well, that might take some time. Our records are pretty... gotten pretty bogged down as of late.
With
We
all
did
the
recently
Gangers, yeah.
get a rather... resilient one the other day. We haven't managed to crack him yet. Maybe you would like to take a try at him.
We'll see what we can
Do
do.
we have the time to do that? I assume we...
We
Yeah.
should. Oh,
You're not really on much of a time limit.
Yeah, we don't have a real
Well,
time to worry about.
You don't have like years to do this because then heresy just festers and spreads.
And that's never good.
But you're not exactly pressed for time.
I was
You
kinda
were to
get-
get out of that last hive,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but you're not in a massive hurry at the moment. You can certainly stop to have a few words. You might get something useful out of it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wouldn't hurt to see what we can get, as always.
And he's like, "Oh, very well. I'll lead you right to him."
All right.
He's in
Thank you.
he's in cell block 62.
62.
Cell block
And so
62.
you have an arbitrator walk down with you, somewhat high-ranking one. Go through, and he just leads you straight to the cell. And there's a table in there that's been overturned.
Ah, yes, classic.
And they don't really care much for the privacy of these people, by the way.
Ah, interesting.
And the interrogations are usually quick, brief, and
Painful.
violent.
Very much so.
Very violent. And so he opens the gate for you while another arbitrator stands with his gun at the ready.
That is.
And
for the moment.
in case the guy tries to run.
Fair.
Because they're opening
Smart.
the gate to the dude's cell/interrogation cell. Yeah,
Yep.
it's interrogation cell. That's the word I'm going to use for it. And so you go in there, and he's a very well-built dude for a hive ganger. They're not really known for having a healthy lifestyle or, having proper nutrition. But he seems pretty heavy built. He's an above average person. You can tell that he's looks pretty strong, but has been restrained, and also has a gun pointed at him. And you could tell he has had some untreated injuries.
Ooh, they infected?
Not obviously.
Okay, that's
They probably are,
but it's not.
but
visibly
hive gangers are nothing if not tough.
Yeah.
They grow up in basically the filth of a hive.
Mm-hmm.
So
No normal infection.
it's
would be
possible that any infection he would have gotten from an open wound up here is probably not lethal to him.
Yep. Sounds about right.
It might be lethal to a normal person.
But these are not.
And that's
normal
even a
men.
maybe, even at that. But for a hive ganger, no. They're built to last, basically. So you go in, and he's kind of just like sitting up against a wall, just looks at you with a glare. Says, "Yeah, who are these people? Are people coming to ruin my alone time?"
There's some more time to be alone later.
We're here on the Inquisitor's will, so I suggest you understand that your position could become a whole lot worse in mere moments should you not cooperate.
He sort of just brushes you off in particular.
Oh,
Just like, oh, what? They brought the little lady friend in to convince me.
Oh,
Is that a
yes,
threat?
What are you gonna do, sweetheart?
okay. I've never have I felt such a stronger urge to I'm gonna contain myself. Not the spontaneous combustion, but we are gonna smite. We're gonna go for a smite here.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Bada boom. Got him.
I assume you make it a much weaker version of it.
Yeah, we're not gonna try to really off this man, but we're gonna let him know.
But the man just then hears, "Be gone, thought," and just gets immediately like basically shot with mind bullets.
That's what I'll do.
It took the man way by surprise, and he's just like, what the fuck? What the hell are you?"
A sanctioned psyker. Now, cooperate with me.
He kind of backs up on the wall. It's just like, I don't want to deal with this shit. What do you want? Just go away.
Go away.
That was very well done, by the way. Thanks. That was thoroughly amusing. But
Using as fuck for me.
I know.
That was fun.
But
yeah, he is now willing to talk. So long as the person with the glowing eyes just goes away and stops shooting him with mind bullets.
all right. So
That's fun.
we're here. We're gonna ask you some information about what the hell what is happening here? You guys are up to some ridiculous nonsense, trying to take on the upper parts of the hive like you're worth anything, and it seems to be connected with another thing that happens in a different hive. So shit's going real fucked, and we would like to know what the hell are you guys up to?
Fuck goes on in these other hives? I got enough shit to deal with in my own goddamn hive. What the fuck do you think I would know about this shit? All I do is just follow where people tell me to go.
And who told you to go up here and do things and just make life miserable?
Leader of the group.
And who would that be?
I'm just the bodyguard, really.
I can
Dude
tell.
got shot. I had nothing better to do then. He's dead. I got nobody left to protect, so my contract went up, and they just happened to shoot me then.
Oh.
But I'm just tougher than most.
Oh. I can tell.
Yeah.
Those like pussy little pea shooters ain't gonna fucking kill me. Goddamn weaklings.
Loving this dialogue right now, for
Yeah.
real. But all right then.
And a little arbitrator just like bangs on the. So I was like, "You want to go?" It's like, "Try me, bitch."
Man, this man's
I'll
This
deal
is
with
alpha.
that fucking gun, because at least I can see the damn thing shoot me.
He's really not happy about mine bullets.
You already shot me once. Like, go ahead, try again. See if you can actually hit something, you pussy.
Oh my goodness.
This man.
Arbitrator's getting very angry with the man.
Control yourself. We're not done here. Your current employer, give us the name.
He just said
Well,
he
he's
died.
dead now.
Ugh.
You know what? Still, we would like a name of your current employer. We do not mind that he is dead. We just want a name.
We need someone so we can actually, someone above you at the very least, so we know to get better information.
We can ask information about
Oganom.
Oganom.
Oganom. That almost sounds like Geno M.
It almost sounds like it.
It almost sounds like it's just the word or the letters in a different pattern.
Yeah.
Fuck should I know? The dude's fucking dead. I saw him get shot right in the fucking head.
Got him.
Well, that actually is quite helpful. Forget what they call it. The name's almost like an anagram.
Dude took a bunch of fucking bullets, though, so, I mean, it's a tough little fucker.
We'll see if the dead have any secrets to tell. That'll do.
Go ahead. He tells you where to go, so long as he tells you specifically you can fuck off to this location.
Oh, okay. You know what? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, fuck you.
Got
You
him.
would.
I look at him. I'll shoot you again if you don't behave.
Nah.
No, that's just fucking cheating, alright?
Oh my goodness.
If he wants to deal with a priest, let him try to deal with a priest.
You see, you can't do the mind thing. He really doesn't like that.
You scared the shit out of the man.
This is the most
First of all, he sees a woman that it's something that he probably hasn't seen in fucking forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he thinks he's a fucking tough guy. And then he gets shot with mind bullets, and he's trying to, play off the fact that he got scared shitless.
By a woman, no less. This
Yeah.
man's a very alpha
The
type
man's
of guy.
pride has just been stabbed, twisted, and then wrenched.
Yep. And I'll be more than glad to continue damaging his pride. But we got what we got, so let's leave the man.
So
here.
you just signal the arbitrator, we're done here.
Yep. Continue resuming your own interrogations.
And so the arbitrator was hoping that the guy would actually put his face up to the thing so he could bash him with the end of the gun. Just because, yay, violence. Arbitrators are probably about as violent as the hive gangers, to be fair.
A duality.
They're very violent. But they bring it down to a fucking science.
One's just
Because they're actually organized.
Yep.
unlike the hive gangers, and that's why the hive gangers usually lose unless you go into the lower hive, in which case you're probably gonna die
Yep.
before you make it about 5 feet.
Yeah.
Because as much as they fight between each other down there, they are more than happy to put down the differences and join arms in their one singular united hatred for authority.
Aha.
They are the embodiment of fuck the police. And so you go to this location, after, dropping by the head arbitrator, probably to tell me that we're going to be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so
fun enough.
you head to that location, and it's not that far away,
That's a relief.
but it's a good half-hour walk, at least. And this is at like a brisk walk.
That is definitely brisk for me.
It's a small
And
walk.
so regular walk would probably be like an hour, almost.
Let's walk a bit brisk here.
Yeah, it took you about a half hour.
Yeah. That's fine.
And so you get there, and a lot of the bodies have been cleaned up already.
Good.
Oh no, that's actually bad.
Is the man?
Yeah, many of the bodies have been dragged off already to be burned
That's actually
because they're
a bad
in the way.
thing.
That's actually very bad. Now we think about it.
There are a couple of arbiters picking up bodies and like 2 of them picking up a single body and like heaving them into a truck that's piled very high with bodies.
Halt!
God.
There is about at least a dozen to 24 bodies per truck.
Wow.
Golly. That's
One truck has bodies being placed gently into it, actually, and upon closer inspection, that's a body of arbitrators.
Oh damn, that's unfortunate.
Only one truck though.
That's a good.
There's
relief,
about
though.
another half dozen trucks of less lightly put down bodies.
Yes, what we call a pretty decisive victory, if I do say so.
Yep, basically.
But it's still a loss.
No victory comes without some loss.
There are still bodies around, and you can talk to these arbitrators as well.
Yeah, I would like to stop one of these arbitrators. Preferably one of them that's actually trying to load a body, and off chance we barely stop them from getting the one we may need.
Okay, so you walk up to him and do what?
Ask. We're gonna
Halt, please, sir.
halt. Stop. We are here on the Inquisitor's behalf. We have.
Oh, you're those people that the guy told us about. All right then. All right, what do you want?
So you should probably be aware that we are looking for a body of a man. We were given a name, Geno M, but now we have Oganon. Seems like an anagram for the same name. Or at least
Fuck if I know.
alias.
I just shoot people.
Would you happen?
I am the law.
Would you happen to have anyone who takes a note of the names of the victims, or rather, the names
No.
of the killed, the slain?
No, this is a better question. Do you have any bodies
Chuck,
that were
get
shot
over
in
here.
the head?
Oh, bodies that are shot in the head. That's right.
That's a better thing, since he did say he did get shot in the head.
Yeah, you're right. Nice job for paying
Smart.
attention to detail I overlooked.
Smart.
Thank you.
Very smart.
No problem. I
He,
do pay attention
another dude comes over
sometimes.
who's not as heavily
Sometime.
armed as the Arbites. He's just armed mostly in armor, but doesn't seem to have weapons
All right.
aside from standard stuff like a knife and various other things. But he doesn't seem to have guns or even a shock maul. He
This might be
seems
the
to have a knife
coroner.
and a few medical tools.
That might be our coroner, and that's the person we're looking for.
Yep, he is. He introduces himself as such. Name is Charles. But people just call him Chuck.
Chuck.
So, anyway, he says, anybody with a name? I don't really bother trying to find the names for these people.
Well,
So, anything else you're looking for? I'm not
just,
sure I can help with names.
well, a particular
Bodies that
wound.
were brutally shot in the head.
There's a body particular. Should be riddled with
well,
plenty
there's
of
a couple
bullet
of
wounds. One in the head. If there's, hopefully he wasn't burned.
With a bunch of wounds? I think there's about like 2 or 3 of those that we've found so far. Yeah, they're over here.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And so
Chuck.
he leads you over to a pile of bodies that he had been like there was like 3 bodies there. One of which he had been actually inspecting himself.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, because of science.
Learn how to tick.
And all 3 of them have their head just blown open. Some of them still have part of their heads intact.
Mm.
The other ones are just completely missing a head.
I don't know why that's music.
Like one of them just doesn't have a head. The other one another one is missing everything from his left cheek to the center of his head, going up in a crescent. So basically, a giant like ball-shaped part of his head is missing. Showing basically his mouth and his right eye.
Damn.
The other one is missing the top half of his head from the bridge of the nose up.
Probably got a shotgun blast at point blank.
Oh, most of them took shotgun blasts. 2 of them though have extraneous wounds. Few to the chest on one of them, and another one got it to the gut, and looks like he was pretty cut up on the arms. Could have been from gunshots, could have been from the dude with the knife going and just like poking at him.
All right.
So you can investigate these.
Yeah, we'd like to investigate both
The
these bodies.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's investigating 1? Number 1 is the dude with no head. 2 is the dude with 2/3 of his head, and 3 is the dude with half a head.
I would like to investigate the one with no head.
I'll
Okay.
investigate the one with half a head.
Alright, and Autismo, do you want to help them investigate one of them or investigate your own?
Investigate what? You cut off a little bit there.
Alright, you can either help one of the other 2 investigate their body, or you can investigate the 3rd one.
I did
I
investigate
guess the second.
third. Or-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it was the second because he was number 2, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you each investigate your own. Everybody roll a d100.
Ah.
Hey,
Our
that
preacher man
hopefully-
thinks that he's a fucking coroner. And, oh my god.
This man's rolls today. Oh.
Autismo looks at him. Found him.
Oh.
You would? You found him?
Nani?
And then he turns to you and says, not him. I was like, what? And the coroner's just like, wait, what? You're looking for somebody, right? Who are you talking about? The dude I'm looking for isn't him. Like, and who is it? It's the dude without a head.
Oh.
I was like, how would you know? And the coroner's like, how would you know that? It's like, don't question me.
I'm a
Don't
current.
question me and my autism.
Oh my goodness.
Very well.
Well, we have our guy.
You're on inquisitorial business. So
Yeah,
I'll just not get in your way.
did
I'll
we-
go and mess with these other 2 bodies. Then you could go right ahead. He was actually poking at the one without a head.
That's funny.
So he kind of like walks away, just like, okay, I'll just mess around with these. You do your thing.
You do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do
He
this.
just kindly gets out of your way because he doesn't want to bother you.
Yep. Ah, it feels good.
Golgarth confirms that. Yep, this is probably him.
Yeah.
Because you can see the wounds actually slightly extend into like the upper chest.
Mm-hmm. He was taking a lot of gunfire.
So he did actually take. You couldn't see it before, but he did actually take multiple shots to the chest. But they were so close to his head that it looked almost as if it just was part of the buckshot that blew off his head.
Oh.
I would like to also did we search the body as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we find anything
Because you
on the
both
body?
rolled basically on this. Wait, Golgarth, were you the one that went to the guy without a head, right?
He was.
Okay,
He was.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
I am correct then. Alright, but yeah, you search the body and Autismo is just like, got him.
Got him.
He literally just looks at him and just like, yep, I can see it. And you can actually see that the dude actually has like
A name tag.
a name tag, yeah, that actually lists his name.
Oh.
It says, "Hi, I'm Genoman." Or
Oh,
I'm-
Hello, my name's Jeff.
Oh, get him.
Hogan.
Hogan him. I don't know. You know what? Roll, all three of you, roll logic.
Ooh, I think I have that.
do I have logic?
Logic
I don't
is an
think I-
intelligence skill.
I do. I do have logic. Sweet.
Yes, you do.
I have inquiry.
There it is.
No, I don't have logic.
There it is.
There's autism, and it's perfect. Autism has no logic.
I can spot the
He
man,
turns
but
to all of
don't
you.
have
I don't think
logic.
this is the guy we're looking for.
What?
No. But you just said.
Nah, fam, I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
Please be patient. I have autism.
Please.
That is good shit.
And so you're all just you're confused, and then you all lose your train of thought.
God, I was
You
on.
two had it going. You had it going, and then autism was just like, I forget.
And we forgot.
I had
And then
a
you're just like,
brain
wait,
fart.
what'd you forget about? Ah, crap. There goes the train of thought, just derailed, like,
Derailed like the plot.
yeah, pretty much.
Can we try to get the train of
But
thought back?
you search his body though,
Yeah.
and you do come across that he has a an identification of some kind, and you find that very odd, actually, that somebody has some form of identification when they're from the lower hive.
He wasn't from the lower
Dogs on
hive.
me.
He wasn't from the lower hive. He was probably a plant of some type.
Just call him a plant?
Yeah, when you put somebody, like planting somebody into a group, like police officers.
Plant
who
in
were
that case would be an action, not saying that somebody's capable of photosynthesis.
You did say he is a plant. You should have said he was planted in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
You
alright.
just said that
was
he's just
funny.
like an agent or something like that. I call him that because that sounds more,
natural.
like, well, I don't want to say factual. It sounds more to your point.
Yeah, I said natural, but I guess factual.
Oh,
also
natural.
matters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you said factual.
Oh, no.
I was going to say no. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like he's a bit
Because
green
I
on what
know,
he is.
but you people don't. And that's
Yeah,
the point.
Exactly.
But no, it just seems off that he has identification when he's from an area that would never need identification. Ever. Like, you either shoot or you don't get shot.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Like,
very
in the lower
cool.
hive, you shoot or you don't, or you get shot. Period.
This person must have been pretty important to have to need some sort of identification down there, so he didn't probably not get shot. He must have been what obviously was the leader, but now he's nothing but a dead man.
But, it also shows his face.
His face.
Does it?
Give me the description, baby.
Yeah, the description.
Roll perception, two of you.
All right.
Autismo's just confused at the moment.
I am completely.
Oh my god!
What is today? What is today?
I would like to use as a fake point.
Oh my god! That's
No,
three
never mind.
hundreds in a row, pretty much.
Yeah, you're
Isn't that like 300s per test?
Yeah.
This.
Oh my god.
Hang on, for like the last. Okay, so 1, 2, 300 in like the past, like, what, 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Not a single one, though, by the way, I'd like to point out. Is this proof that online dice are rigged?
Is online dice rigged?
How does one rig online dice?
I think they.
Well, I mean, I know how to do that because I can code, but how does one rig it from like the outside? Whatever. Anyway,
Thoughts for later.
Xian's just like, I think this is human.
I concur. It is.
And yes, it does look human.
It is not an
I
Eldar.
think it's human too.
Actually, no. You should say that it's Eldar or something. Some Xeno looking.
Nah, BS.
Actually, Xian just believes that he's possibly a Tyranid. I think we have a Tyranid infestation. Like, what makes you say that? Doesn't this dude look like a Tyranid?
I have one more thing to ask. You use your psychic powers.
Golgarth, you realize that yeah, this dude doesn't 100% look like his photograph. Well, aside from the missing head. In that he's a lot thinner in this picture.
Yeah, that would
He seems like a very thin person in this picture.
Okay, my logic in my head is going off that the reason why he was shot in the head is so that he can slip away. Because if you just have a body who's going to, without a head and an identification, you're dead to people.
I'm confused. Are you trying to say that like he had like a body double?
Yeah, yes, he had a body double.
Okay.
He had a stunt double.
Whoa.
That sounds more entertaining, honestly.
That is very...
That sounds very entertaining that he had a stunt double instead of a body double.
Yeah.
Instead he's doing like all these tricky tricky movements and acrobatics and shit and just gets shot in the head.
Does he have a skateboard?
No.
Oh, okay.
He has nothing on him. All arms have been confiscated.
All arms. I thought you meant literal arms, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, some of them have been confiscated in a different way in that they've been relieved of their previous owners.
XD.
Through unintentional bang bangs.
An
Unintentional
unintentional
bang
bang bang.
That is a new quote for me.
Oh my god.
Or they might be actually intentional. Who knows at this point?
Who knows at this point? They were just shooting. Anyway.
So this is the most entertaining shit I've had to deal with in forever. So anyway, the Golgoth just says like, it looks different. It looks less fat in this picture. But then you probably brush it off like it might be an old picture.
Yeah, it could just be an old picture.
But it's a pretty noticeable difference. Like in the picture he's well built. Mostly. Just not anywhere near as much as the other dude. But he is he's a little bit above average.
Okay, I have
fit.
an idea.
But the body you see before you is a fat motherfucker. And not in shape.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have a stupid idea. Go back to the person and ask if his boss physically fit still, or was he just a blob, or fat, essentially.
That's actually a good idea, I'm not gonna lie.
You can go back. Are you done here? Because they're probably gonna take away the bodies after. I assume you keep the ID.
I
assume that you just keep the ID.
We'll keep the ID.
I would like to ask.
And by the way, the ID does say the name, the Ogreman.
Ogreman.
So I would like to ask the Arbites or Chuck one question. Can you please save this body for us for a day?
I don't know about saving it, but I can have it sent back to I have it sent back to my office if you feel like you really need it.
We probably
not sure what else you can get out of it though. I mean, it's just a fucking hive ganger.
We have suspicions that could lead to, if we don't, essentially, we're trying to work under Inquisitor's order at this point, and we
And
think
we-
that it could be useful to our investigation.
Okay, I'll just bring it back to my office. Hey, Dave. He calls over to one of the art buddies. He's like, "Let me get this guy into my van."
Thank you, Chuck.
I could not think of what the vehicle could be called. Whatever. It's a van now.
Medical vans are pretty common, not gonna lie.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's. I was trying to think of something else, but could not think of it. It's a van now.
Check.
And all the art buddies comes over. They both. The one dude grabs by the shoulders because there's no head to grab. And the other dude grabs his feet, and then they kind of like toss him in.
Please don't have the buddy completely damaged.
It's missing a head.
That's a great retort. That's a great fucking retort.
Literally, there was a stump.
Oh my lord.
You're right, but we want at least some of it intact.
Oh, don't worry. I do this all the time, and I usually bring them back for study. They're fine.
The torso, at least, and the limbs.
He's got it.
Oh yeah, he's not too broken.
Okay. Like, wait.
Chuck just like looks at you. He's like, oh no, he's not that broken.
Did he
He's
have
fine."
any tattoos?
Well, he's dead.
When we're investigating?
You didn't get a chance to see them.
Okay. Sorry, I
Good
just
thing you
wanted
saved the
to-
body then.
Yeah. Good thing.
Yeah, good thing indeed.
So you decide to head back as Chuck takes the thing back to his office,
Thank
which
you,
is
wait,
also
Chuck.
on your way. He gives you a ride.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
thanks for the
I was
ride.
gonna
Because,
ask, Chuck, where's your office at?
It's basically connected to the Arbites headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It
Because
would, but sometimes...
he is like their head coroner.
Oh, okay, okay.
He informs you of such that he's the head. He's the dude in charge of the dead people.
Okay.
As he points, just like he's like, yeah, I get to be in charge of all the dead people. Lovely, and
It was sad.
he doesn't seem too depressed about his job, but he just seems bored of it. Really, because it's basically the same. He is a little bit more excited because there's actually stuff for him to do
Yep.
that aren't civilians. But you can tell he's had a lot to do. He's a bit exhausted from being overworked.
Poor man's.
Because there's a lot of dead bodies
Yep, they're just piling up.
and a lot of things to go through, and he's like one dude. So
He's but one man.
he's been earning his pay.
Oh
You can
yeah.
definitely say that. So, as you return, you can do what you were going to do and
Yep. Return
go
to
back
cell block
to-
62.
go back to the other dude. Yeah, cell block 62, and talk to the guy. He sees people coming, and then he sees you, and it's just like, oh fucking hell! What?
Your boss. We found his body, but he doesn't look like he does in his identification. Was he? Last you saw him, was he still physically fit?
He's always been a fat motherfucker.
I would like to show him the
He's a lazy
identification
piece of
card.
shit half the time, anyways.
Did he ever look like this?
Give some identification. Good idea.
Yeah. He kind of like looks at him. He looks at the picture. There's... No, this isn't him.
Okay then. Thank you, sir.
That's the other dude.
The other
guy.
dude?
The other dude.
Yeah. He was there. He's the head of the whole gang.
Did he get
Gang's all
shot?
here.
No, fucking course not. He's the dude that tells us to go every fucking where. He's the dude that pays me. I was just
Okay.
told to bodyguard this guy.
Well, where can we find?
I get
this
paid. I don't ask questions.
Where can we find your boss?
dude? Where can we
Hell
find?
if I know.
Are you holding out on us?
Sir,
Listen, lady. You can fuck right off. All right. I ain't done shit right now except shoot at some motherfucking pigs.
Is that
trust
Sass Child?
Did you just
That
say?
Sass Child? Hold on.
Oh boy, he's
Real
back.
quick.
Oh no.
Let me slap this boy in the face and show him some proper respect.
Oh, and look at
Rolls
Mr.
that
Big
one.
Dick here.
He
Wait,
rolls
what?
Thinks he's all high and mighty because he thinks that he's fucking Imperial Guard. Well, guess what? You're just sent out to fucking die, you piece of shit.
Please
Oh,
roll
yeah.
a nat 1.
Oh boy, it's
Here I
about
go.
Please roll a nat 1 that
This
he
is
joins our
fucking
team.
amazing.
Oh, no.
You bash the dude in the face with the end of your gun.
Get some clean.
You
Were you
break his
telling
nose.
me something about dying, kid?
He gets up, and his face is heavily bloodied.
Mm.
Oh, I'm a fucking like you, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And he comes at you,
Oh
boy.
shit.
only to immediately be tased. Horrifically. Like, you could see the electricity just come off of the guy.
Damn, that is a high voltage.
Who the fuck stunned him? Who stunned him? was
That would
ready.
happen to be the Arbeites that came over and reached his shock maul into, like, the cell and bashed the guy.
Oh.
Nice.
You kind of bashed him sideways into, like, the side of the cell within range of the Arbeites.
Nice. Smart.
And you can literally see the electricity. It's kind of blinding, almost.
Goodness gracious.
And then, like, as soon as it stops, like, he just kind of, like, slumps over. But he's not out cold. He stood there basically stunned for a good couple seconds, being electrocuted.
I would like to.
And he
see-
kind of, like, falls to his knees and he's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I would like
He looks
to
at
see.
the Arbeites.
just look him
He
straight
just
in
looks
the
at the Arbeites like, I'm
just
gonna
whisper
fucking
in-
kill you.
Just whisper in his ear saying, "My name Jeff."
I would like to charm him by saying my name, Jeff.
No. Oh my.
You fail before you roll.
Okay.
Holy-
Only one person here can say that, basically.
Okay. All right.
Hold on.
I would like to. I would like to use charm to see if I could get more information out of him.
You can roll for it.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh no!
You were not born the fucking charming type. Oh,
He was
my
not
God.
born.
I have a +10 in charm.
He was not born. He uncharmed himself out of existence. No.
No.
Basically, you attempt to seduce the man.
Oh boy.
It doesn't work.
Gogarth, you mind telling me what the fuck you're doing?
I don't know. It got a bit hard to say.
Oh my fucking
It kind of seems like you were trying to seduce the man.
But that's how you get
He
information.
just, like, looks at you and kind of, like,
That
punches
is
you in the
complete
face.
opposite of how you get information. That's how you get the woman. Not the man in this case. But that's not how this works.
Oh my god. Okay, I will now like to.
The dude
command
just
him.
looks at you like, ew, faggot.
I would like to command
Now-
the
now- now
information
you
out
see-
of him now.
Nah,
You see, he didn't.
You
fall
have
for
you
that
have just
shit.
been knocked into the back of the bars. You're out cold again.
This
BS,
man.
I would like to roll dodge.
Nah, B.
It's too late.
You can't roll
You
dodge.
rolled
I already hit you
100
twice in
and
the
you
speed
got
of sound.
punched for attempting to seduce another man.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Welcome to the 41st millennium, motherfucker.
Yes. Alright.
You're lucky you didn't
And
have
so,
that
okay,
big
so
homosexuality
Gogarth
back
utterly failed at getting information out of the guy.
Alright, so that
And
was so funny.
he's even more
I actually forgot.
disgusted with the group.
Okay.
He's, by the way, he's smoking right now. Like, he's
Why
like,
is he allowed to smoke?
oh no, he is,
That's
Oh,
he
not
is,
how shocked
he is
I am.
smoking, literally.
Oh.
He was shocked with a lot of electricity.
I'm gonna walk up to
Those
him.
shock malls are hurt.
I'm just gonna walk up to him and I'm
Gogarth,
gonna
I'm just gonna
your-
tell
I'm
you-
gonna commend your tenacity for actually being able to survive being conscious.
The fact that he survived that is amazing. The fact he's still conscious is almost unnatural.
Yeah, you are
Almost.
Almost.
you are some type of very unique entity, which I'm going to choose
What can I say? I'm hard to put down.
a little too hard to put down. I'm going to use warp perception right now.
Do it.
Oh no. 99.
Also,
I think
Golgarth,
it would be
I'm gonna
warp
put
sense,
it out
actually,
now.
but
You're lucky
Yeah,
you
warp
didn't-
sense. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Duality.
I knew what you were going for.
We are going to use a fate point for this. I really want
Okay.
want this to succeed. That's better. That's a lot better.
You can tell that this man, there's nothing seemingly corrupt about him. Well, there's nothing soul corrupting about him.
Yeah, that's a better
He's certainly
statement.
not the most upstanding of citizens, obviously.
Very
But
cool.
you can sense though he has an almost unnatural unwillingness to give up on anything. Be it pride, just unnatural tenacity. You can't really tell. But he's tough. But also probably not pride. Because you can also sense a little bit on the side that he'll do pretty much anything, regardless of what side it's for. As long as the pay is good.
We will pay you for the information.
You say this in the most drunken manner possible.
Yes.
And he's just like,
That was cool.
he actually like stops and thinks for a moment. Does it get me out of here?
Do we have that kind of power? I think we might.
Yes.
We could get you out of here.
Only if you cooperate with us, though.
Depends if he wants to join me.
Oh my
no.
god. Yo!
Oh
Oh, you're just
How much can you pay?
no! You're
We work
free.
we work for an inquisitor. I believe we can guarantee you freedom as well as pretty good currency. You have
Name
to just
your
work.
price first.
You see him snicker to himself. You got yourself a fucking bargain.
Oh yes. Oh hell yes! This is just pure gold.
And sorry about that. I've been through a lot these past weeks. I slaughtered like 20 people.
I don't give a shit what the fuck you've done.
I know.
Just keep your fucking urges in your pants, motherfucker. Don't swing that way, alright?
Oh my lord!
It
I'm
wasn't
loving this
that.
character.
Why don't you go back to those children and keep in the basement?
Oh my
You
lord!
son of a...
Relax. We'll be working
Now
with
this
us for the
man-
time being.
This man, I've known for like 5 minutes, and he already beat the shit out of Golgarth. I like this man.
He turns to you and is like, I think we're gonna get along pretty fucking well.
You're goddamn right.
You're fucking like gives you like the manliest handshake ever.
Just don't make me bash your fucking head in again.
I'll bash yours fucking in first.
That's a challenge that I'm willing to accept.
Same here, bitch. Let's fucking go.
Oh my god! What? have we
They
wrought?
get off to a wonderful friendship. I am loving how this is turning out, by the way. This is fucking amazing. I didn't expect this level of stupid, but I love it.
That's what Nat 100s do.
No,
Nat
this is what Nat 100s do, in that they make this thing go to bullshit,
And then we have a character
and then they
like
make the
this.
bullshit work.
Oh my goodness!
This is great.
All right, so now we have the what may be the most alpha freaking adrenaline energized man in our midst on our side right now.
Gion, he is a lot. He looks a bit like Azrael
No,
from Blaze Blue.
you freaking know! You
No.
can't do this!
At least in his build. At least in his build, he does.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Not so much the hair color. That'd be weird.
Yeah, but the build definitely fits in.
The build, he's about as bulky as that. He's jacked.
I am so
You
glad.
can see now because like that shot kind of like it like ripped a part of his the uniform that he had been
Talk about a
gifted,
stray dog.
and like you could see his arm is like about like the size of, like, it's about as wide as you.
Jesus Christ.
The man looks like the biggest amount of steroids ever injected into a human being, and probably isn't steroids.
Unnatural constitution.
Unnatural.
This fucking man.
Oh my goodness.
His demeanor's
I'd like to
also
point out
Mad
that
Dog as well.
that what gets recruited, that for the lower hives, Space Marines often recruit out of there.
Wow.
Oh,
I'd like to point that out.
So you mean to tell me
Oh.
this man could use this man probably would have the physical ability to use gear for Space Marines. That is
Honestly, he looks like he could have been,
that is
if
impressive.
you know he wasn't a hive ganger.
we could.
Wow.
He looks like he could have been. Honestly, he is
So
almost as tall. Granted, Space Marines are augmented to be just taller than regular people,
Mhm.
but even then, like, he looks to be like he could almost be the same size as Bellicos, the Death Watch Marine assigned to the Inquisitor.
Wow.
He is a big dude.
So we can offer you freedom and maybe a chance.
Like,
to
you
leave
see
this
now,
planet.
like, as he stands up to his full height, he's bigger than all of you.
So, sir, we can probably offer you freedom from this planet as well if you want it.
So
I don't
long as
give
you
a shit about that. As long as you can pay, I'm good.
well, we can do that for you.
We can pay, definitely.
Just get me the fuck out of this pigsty.
Okay, sir.
We can do.
He can't go with you yet, but because you have to have the Inquisitor actually talk on your behalf. Because any motherfucker can just basically come in and say, "Hey, I work for Inquisitor. Let this dude go."
Yeah, but so we have to actually get. The
So
Inquisitor
you have to
sign
go
off
back
on
to
that.
the
I would like to.
what's his name, the head
Oh.
arbitrator.
Okay.
Let's-
And after a call to the Inquisitor, he could let him out. Yeah.
yeah, let's get that set up then.
Okay. So you go back to him and you say, "Why the fuck would I want to release him?" Because Inquisitor. Shit.
It's either that or Exterminatus because we found enough heresy here to warrant it.
We could be bluff. Oh wow, I'm not gonna say this
You
out
didn't
loud, but
find
we
it.
could be bluffing.
You didn't find fucking heresy in this hive yet.
I know, but the other hive has enough heresy for 2 Exterminatuses.
Please.
Wheeze.
That's fucking-
Are you attempting to deceive the man?
Are you attempting deception? Because you'd have to roll for that.
Because you will roll for that.
I was just saying
Would
that
you
out
like to
loud,
try?
but yeah, you know what? I'll go for
Would you like to
deceive.
try? Because I
Yeah,
believe
sure.
you have a plus
Gogarth,
10
I swear to
you
God,
do.
if you fuck this up, I will never forgive you. I like
have-
that man.
And the plus 10 brings it down. Yeah.
So he's just like,
A bit skeptical. It's right in that middle line.
who's your Inquisitor?
Callum. Or
Column.
Callum.
Yeah,
name
that's
wrong.
All right, let me bring him up. I needed to ensure this is correct. So he has you basically call him
Okay.
All right. Let's give him a call.
Inquisitor.
Good morning, sir.
You bring him up and you basically put him in front of the arbitrator, and it's like, oh, they probably need my authority then. And he introduced himself as Inquisitor Callan of the Order Hereticus, and says, like, what are they asking of you? And, like, you have a prisoner that they want to release and basically employ. Did you say? Yeah.
Yes.
And Callan's just like, do it. Like, oh. Yes, sir. Here.
I just love how he trusts
You're in
us a
charge.
bit.
And so he is released. And like just kind of like stretches his arms saying, "Finally." He turns to like the head arbitrator and just says, "Fuck you."
Fuck you.
Wait, did we get his name?
We can get his name right about now since he's released. He probably will give us like information on for the boy.
Yeah.
You stumped me.
Come back later.
Come back later.
I don't have a name.
Yeah, I knew it.
I didn't expect this, but
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. This is not an outcome I would have predicted.
it'll be on the screen for those people watching this. The rest of you, I will tell you later. I put time into creating these names.
Yes,
alright?
we appreciate that. It's
They have
almost there.
meaning, even if they don't.
That was good. This has been really great. I'm.
So,
man,
anyway, with tough guy in tow, the Inquisitor also stays on the phone and has a few words with this guy saying like, I hear that they have employed you. It's just like, are you the one paying me? Yes. It's like, how much? Name your price. Anything I want? And the Inquisitor just looks at him, just bluntly says, anything you could desire. And it's like, you see his eyes just like, almost become dollar signs. It's just like, he just literally gets down kneels down on one knee and just says like, I'm in your service forever.
You cut off there.
Literally just shit, I did.
you
Yeah, a
did.
little bit.
Damn it.
Fuck! The dude gets down, basically kneels down on one knee and just says like, I'm in your service forever.
I'm in your service.
I'm in your service.
Okay.
Whatever you need, consider it dead.
You mean done?
Same thing. I expected
Same
to say
thing,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, okay. I trust him, he's fine.
No, I said dead.
No, I said
I like
dead.
this man.
He's literally just like, no, consider it dead.
This man. This
I like
man.
this man.
I like him too. I'm sorry about
Inquisitor's
that
just
stuff.
like,
Is
are you
that
sure
why
that
you
you can
tried to
you could be up to the
seduce
task of this?
No.
We are facing heretics. It's like all I see are dead people and dollar signs.
I
And
like
Inquisitor's
this
just like,
man.
very well.
This man.
I hope you'll be of use. It's just like, fuck yeah.
So we essentially hired a space marine.
You essentially hired a dude who looks like he could pick up any of you and snap you over his head.
Fear.
Oh.
And he is more than willing to help you out so long as he gets his paycheck.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like a problem.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that you confiscated Ballard's bank
Funds.
accounts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can-
Because guess what that gives you?
Money.
His paycheck.
That's his.
Yeah.
We got his paycheck right then and there.
Haha.
Remind us to tell the people who aren't here who probably won't watch the video.
Nah.
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 I want to see what happens if they just randomly appear and there's like, hey, this is this big dude who looks like he could snap you over his head with his teeth.
It's teeth.
If you try to attack him, don't you dare.
Because you know what?
He looks like he could headbutt one of you and break your skull.
Yeah, that is a fear.
Whether or not he could is up for debate.
With the fucking gun.
And nothing happened.
Oh yeah, he's still bloodied. He's still bloodied with his, like, on his face. And
But he's just good to go.
he has a bit of respect for Autismo for having done that. Because very few people are just completely unintimidated by his appearance. To actually actively just go like, boy, bash him over the face.
Boy.
He has respect. He has a bit of respect for somebody who would more than willing to punch him in the face regardless of how he looks.
Good shit.
Good shit.
That's good.
And so you where do you head next? To the coroner's office?
Yes, that would be exactly where we're headed.
I believe you were looking for something on the body.
Tattoos.
Yes. Any sort of tattoos or ink.
I knew what you were looking for. I just wanted to see if you guys remember.
I
I honestly wanted to see if you guys remember, because if you forgot, I was gonna be like, you forgot.
Yeah. I'm glad we're doing a really good job of that.
You go down. Chuck's just like, oh, hey, welcome. Anyway, and he's just currently cutting up another body.
The
a different
smell of blood in the morning.
It's like, oh, the body that you wanted is over on the other slab over there.
Thank you, Chuck.
Like, yep, no problem. The dude's like very, very much like down to earth. Honestly, the dude's
Down
just
to
like,
earth
it's an
people.
Inquisitor. Okay, I'll just do what he says and nothing happens. Okay, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to really give much of a shit.
Down those people are kind of like
He's
that.
kind of like, whatever. If it happens, it happens.
Kobe.
All he knows is that he's just doing his job, and so you go over to the body and you roll to inspect it for tattoos. Whoever wants to.
All right, no, fucking.
Golgarth's
Golgar-
like, are we sure this is a man?
Oh no!
I think I should check.
Oh no!
Oh my
Oh
god.
no! Please!
And then you find he's been shot in the dick,
Oh no! This poor man!
and you immediately cringe,
This poor man!
and you feel a
Not yet.
pain between your legs, like. "Ugh."
Oh my god. Well, good thing I'm not playing one of those. We really
Oh
can't
my
find
god, you
anything.
people are fucking blind. You just like, you're fumbling around with the body, and
Oh
the
no!
big
what
dude's
did,
just like
what
he's
did that
shaking his
Tismo
head.
do?
shaking his head, and just like, what the hell are you looking for?
Tattoos, markings, anything.
Right arm, right upper arm.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck.
That wasn't Chuck.
Oh,
That was the big dude.
our big man's.
Oh, thank you.
And
big
he
guy.
lifts up his sleeve and shows that he has one along his upper arm as well.
Thank
He actually
you.
has multiple.
Oh,
Thank
so
you, big guy.
But he points to one in particular, say, this is what you're probably looking for.
do we find what we're looking for on this other man as well?
I don't know. Do we have to roll for it?
No, because he told you where it is.
Yeah, he really doesn't want that to keep going.
There is one. And, but it is not the same.
Not the same how.
Different marking entirely.
Well, the big guy's one is, it basically looks like that of a some kind of like four-legged predator of some kind. It's hard to tell what it is.
like a
'cause,
line or something.
there's been several like cuts around it, so he's had it's hard to say what his tattoo is, but this dude's looks kind of different.
It's a mermaid.
Shut up, Golgarth.
Nope.
No, what is it?
Look
Oh.
at the center of the screen.
Oh no!
Oh no! Come on!
Hey, that's a nice tattoo.
Hey, that's some heresy right there, big guy.
That's a lot of heresy right
and,
there.
and the big guy's just the big dude's just like, you find it yet?
Yes,
Yeah, we found a lot of heresy, enough to do stuff here.
enough to be
Bad stuff.
enough
What
to
are you
actually stay
talking
here.
about? He comes over, he looks at it, he's like, what the hell is that?
I would like to write it.
It's not the same tattoo.
I would like to tell him what it is. Very.
And he looks at his arm, and it's just like, and he looks back again. He's like, yeah, that's.
Well, that is the insignia of
No, the dude I was supposed to,
protect.
the gang I was supposed to protect had a different one. That's not the.
Huh. So this is a different body.
Well, I guess I was bodyguarded the wrong guy. Good, I wasn't gonna get paid for that then. Whatever. I don't get paid if they get shot, anyways.
Well, you might want to either leave this hive world entirely.
He's going with you.
Yeah, he's coming with us. So when we leave, he leaves.
You have employed the man. He's
Oh.
going with you.
Oh. Oh no, Autismo's rank went up.
Yep,
Oh
it
boy.
did. He is now living up literally to that special ability I gave him called General of Many.
He's really living up to it, my guy.
what is that now? Like 3 people he's gotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is amazing.
He has an average of a person every 2 sessions, I believe.
Yeah. In my
About
session, in 1-to-1.
a little bit better than that actually, because actually it's exactly 1 person every other session,
I'm
Yeah.
smart.
or every 3 sessions.
Oh yes, right. There's like the 9th one. This is wow.
Yeah, we're on 9 now.
Wow.
Feels pretty cool.
Feels boosted.
Oh yeah, he was found, and he's looking very confused, saying like that's not the same tattoo as the gang that he was employed by.
What's the tattoo of the game?
Each one of his tattoos that he has across his arms and some on his body, are for when he was employed by a gang. They paid very well, and
I
so
see.
he was employed by him for a long enough time. Most of them to be basically given their emblem essentially. But the one he has on his upper arm is not the same. It is not the same tattoo that the guy on the table has.
Well, damn.
So, meaning that he says that obviously then isn't the person from the group he was assigned to protect.
How did he end up there?
Whoops.
And if that's the name, this person is becoming more and more of an enigma to find and an enigma to even understand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there anywhere
It's getting
to...
interesting.
Trail hasn't been entirely pulled yet. Do you know where we can find your your current employer? You used to be employers.
Former employer.
Yeah, because you're not with us. Your former employer. Do you happen to know where their little
Bases.
yes, their base of
Base of
operation?
operation.
I do, but you're probably not getting very far into there.
Why is that?
Lower Hive.
Fuck,
You're
it's
right.
a lower hive. Damn. It's the one place we can't really get to.
Should we go and see if we can acquire gas masks? A lot of...
That's not what you should be worried about.
Yeah, the actual
Underhive is one of the most dangerous places in the galaxy. And Underhive is considered probably about as dangerous as a death world.
Golly.
Which is a world where basically the entire planet is actively attempting to murder its population. Including the plants attempting to murder its population. Usually it's human population. So, being in an Underhive is basically equivalent to being on a death world.
That sounds fun. Not really.
He's just like, you get used to it. And so he just thinks for a few moments and says, I might know some people.
You're our only way into, our only ticket into there, or rather, our only
You're
way
not
we can
getting in there,
rather only way. we
but
can
I
get
might
any
be
sort of
able to bring
information.
some people out.
Could you please? This is the only thing we can really do to keep this trail going.
No promises, but this is going on the tab.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Again, though, the Inquisitor is the one who has to worry about paying it, and by proxy, Ballard, who doesn't need to worry about anything anymore, should be paying for it. And well, let's put it this way: Ballard basically had money and power almost on the level to control the entire hive.
And now it is gone.
Gone, and soon to be going into this dude's pocket.
Oh no.
This man's about to be able to
Well,
control a
become a
hive
noble.
when we're done.
And maybe more.
I don't mind
The
that.
man is not cheap, but he usually delivers.
That is good.
And so he goes on to After you have to leave the building,
Yeah, of course.
and you'll attempt to contact some other people. And let's see what he does, actually. Oh, well, I'll be damned. He comes back after about an hour and says that, alright, I should be able to get a meetup with one of the higher ups.
Thank you, boss.
Can't get the boss of the whole thing. I never even met the guy.
Don't blame you.
Just
This is good.
Just know his name.
This should be good enough for now. You're already earning that nice pay of yours.
You already almost earned your paycheck.
He already did, Golgarth.
I'm trying to make sure that he still is with us.
No, he's fine.
He's got a man he has some respect for in here. He's got more than enough money to handle anything he wants. I don't think we have to worry about him seceding from us for any reason.
So long as you have money, he'll stay.
Oh.
And you're gonna have money for a long time.
Okay.
You haven't scratched the surface of Ballard's money yet. And you hear him say just at the end, besides this guy, what the hell kind of a name is Cypherl anyways? I was talking about the guy paying him.
Oh, shit.
And with that, we end.
Woo!
Wow, that is an ending and a half. That was a great session. Gotta give you some props, my man. Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was fun for me, even. Especially when I was playing that guy.
I could
That
tell
was
you were
fun.
enjoying yourself.
You
were
went
having
out on
fun.
that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm currently just like, half of that was like me just like moving back and forth in my chair and then just like channeling the anger by the fact that I'm currently sweating horribly and I'm in a t-shirt.
Oh no.
It's like 80 something degrees in my house.
That is not a comfortable living temperature.
Yeah, that is
Hold
not.
on a moment.
I am sorry.
I need to. Right.